All right, this is the world's worst key party right here, something I never ever wanted to do with these men.
Welcome to Hoovie's Garage, the dumbest automotive channel in all of YouTube, and today is finally the day to assemble the Dream Team, the 2001 BMW model lineup that I have purchased. All 6 of the cars and sorted out, well, 5 of the 6 cars, and today we are going to get them all together and celebrate the greatest automotive lineup of all time. But before we do that, we have to put the cherry on top with my BMW Z8. This is a 2002 Z8, the most beautiful BMW ever made outside of probably the 507, which this car is based on, sort of a retro modern tribute with the M5 engine. But there is one thing letting this car down that we're going to fix right now. And then we'll assemble the Dream Team, add up the cost of all of it, and decide if it was, well, worth doing, worth celebrating. But before we transform the Z8 and gather the Dream Team, I'd like to thank Autotempest for sponsoring today's video. Autotempest is the best way to shop for a used car, especially today with used cars being in such short supply, as it combines all the major listing sites into one search, allowing you to cast a wide net, and even allows you to get picky by choosing color, mileage, transmission, engine type, just like when you search on a normal car website, except Autotempest allows you to click one button and see every result from all the major sites all at once. So it's a really handy tool that I use pretty much every day, and the fun act of searching for cars makes the gathering of the BMW Dream Team possible, along with Car Trek. So make Autotempest your home page and get in the habit of searching for cars. Of course, the next time you're in the market for a car, whether it's now or next month or next year, remember to head to Autotempest.com and be an evangelist for the site. If you know someone else who's looking for their next car, do them and me a favor and suggest it to them as well. Also, if you're searching for something specific and maybe a bit rare that doesn't pop up that often, like a lot of these BMWs, you can now set up email alerts on Autotempest and get notified when there are new listings that match your search. So there are so many great reasons to use Autotempest, to the point where searching for cars should just be called, yeah, I Autotempest it and found something. So click below. Now, let's head to the ninjas.
Old Ninja. All right, new intake, huh?
Shiny, huh?
Flaps go bad?
Yep.
How much is that?
The part's $700.
$700, yeah, I remember that from my dealer days, but it's time to assemble the Dream Team.
Yes.
All your hard work, except for one car, which you
Thank God.
you about kissed me when I said we're not going to fix it, has paid off. But the Z8, we needed to do something.
Yeah, those ugly rims, yeah.
Yeah, you saw the boxes, come look. Yeah, the one thing about the Z8, the chrome wheels, I mean, they work, but,
Also,
you know,
they're too heavy.
they are pretty heavy. And the Alpina wheels that came on the Alpina Z8 are beautiful.
They're
I mean,
gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, just gorgeous. But the Alpina Z8 is not as good of a car. You have a lower horsepower, 4.4 liter. They're all automatics. A little more blingy on the inside, a little overdone, but the wheels are just perfect for the car. So that's what we got with some new Michelins. Pop these on and assemble the Dream Team. Up she goes, and I think these wheels are part of the reason why this thing sat for sale for quite a while, and I got such a good deal on it. I mean, this just doesn't look right. Usually they're alloy wheels, and then also they're starting to pit here on the inside. Just not a good look, but we're fixing it. Before and after is just... oh my. Oh. 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 It's so right. Now for a little ASMR here. Oh yeah, brand new Alpina wheels. Only for the Z8. It's about the most expensive set of wheels I've ever bought. Like $5,000. It's crazy, but worth it. I mean, look. Oh.
Gorgeous.
It needed to happen.
Yeah.
It was a lot of money, but it needed to happen.
How much was it?
$5,000.
What?
Really? Yes. Maybe I overpaid a little bit, but it was very expensive. Most expensive wheels I've ever bought, but and they're only for the Z8. They came from Germany.
They're awesome.
Unfortunately, one of the cars in the Dream Team, selling it wouldn't even pay for these wheels, but it is what it is. So should we get the gang together?
Yep.
Call some YouTuber buddies?
Well, I did it. I'm not sure if you can call this an achievement, but here it is, the BMW Dream Team all lined up. It took a lot of money and not very much sense, but here it is, the greatest automotive lineup of all time in silver, BMW, what they built in 2001, even though we're off a year or two, but just look at it. Certainly a beautiful grouping of cars, all focused on performance and the best of what BMW was, and way different from what they are nowadays. It is pretty cool to see them all together. Unfortunately, a lot of them are still broken. So let's go over all the cars, what I paid for them, what I sold them for, and, well, what's still broken. But let me have my moment here. And then we're going to take a few photographs of this lineup, since BMW never really put them all together that I could find in a brochure or any kind of press photos. This is it, the 20-year anniversary of the 2001 BMW lineup. And then I will divvy out the keys to my friends. They're all wannabe YouTubers or YouTubers, except for one that's actually bought one of these cars, and we'll go for a drive. And I'm blocking the runway for this plane. Okay, we'll just move the X5 right now here. All right, let's start with the Z8, or I call the Z8, and it is the most expensive car that I've ever bought individually by itself, but it was the cheapest Z8 in the USA, 37,000 miles, and really nothing wrong with it. The dealer made me promise that I wouldn't say how much I paid for it because it was very, very cheap, but I leased it. So I'm using the Putnam lease on this car, or like the Exotic Car Hacks, or what other YouTubers do, and that makes 5 car loans for me, a grand total of $10,000 in payments because I'm a complete moron between those 5 cars. But this one, very, very pretty. Spent $5,000 on the Alpina wheels, as you all know, and I think it was worth it. Now, these are beautiful cars, retro-style throwbacks, but they do have their issues, just like the M5, which we'll get to in a little bit, the engine issues, but also this one being a alloy body and chassis. The spring perches, they love to warp and bend on a hard bump or a pothole, so I still need to do the fix for that, which is a bracing to go across it. So a beautiful car, but they have their issues. Next to it, the Z3 2.8, which was a theft recovery or a repossession. Everything bad on the title, even though it has less than 100,000 miles. And this one actually came out pretty decent. I paid $2,000 for it, spent about $3,000 sorting it out, and I've sold it now for $5,000. So pretty much a break-even scenario on this car, which is pretty good. I'm probably losing a little money because my math's wrong. Yeah, they're shipping and things, so I'm losing a few $100s, but yeah. These are just a very nice Miata alternative, a little bit better in the interior quality department, except for, well, plastic that falls all apart, but that's been somewhat fixed, and well, not quite as reliable, all the cooling system issues, but still a pretty solid platform and a very fun car. Next to it, the E39 M5, which I bought with a bad transmission, with shipping and everything else, about $24,000 into this car. Spent $3,000 on a transmission, and then about $1,000 to fix some leaks and some other things. So over $28,000 into it, sold it for $28,000, 77,000 miles, beautiful E39 M5. This one, even though it has low miles, it already had the bottom end done, the rod bearings is a wear item on these cars. The Vanos, the top end, is another wear item on these cars. So ridiculous, but still one of the BMW greats right here, and it's just stunningly gorgeous with the fender flares and all that stuff. And next to it, well, the E39 Bmw M5, which is probably the most celebrated of this entire lineup outside of the Alpina, having a huge rise in prices as of late. This one, 160,000 miles. I bought it very, very cheap, $14,000. Spent every bit of $7,000 on this car and sold it to, well, somebody inside a dentist, and he's paying, well, what I have into it, minus a detail and some other things. But look how beautifully this thing came out. Before the wood was painted silver, Johnny stripped it and killed a few brain cells, making all the wood come back, and then lots of suspension, clutch, other mechanical work, and it just looks fantastic. These cars have their issues as well, but probably of the entire lineup, they are the most reliable, best built. They don't have the subframe tearing issue, I believe, like the M3, which I forgot about that. This one has a nice untorn subframe. Imagine a body just tearing itself apart. Just a very, very nice car. And then next to it, the 740i Sport, which I've had for almost 2 years now. It's had the timing chain guides done, which is a common problem, and a lot of electrical issues taken care of. But very beautiful car, one of the best looking sedans of all time, and it really is a shame that I sold it. I bought it for really cheap 2 years ago, something like $8,000, but then I spent every bit of $8,000 sorting this car out, and I sold it for $19,000. I kind of put a I don't want to sell price on this thing, thinking that that was pretty high, but in reality, these have gone up in value so much that one with over 100,000 miles is selling for around 20 grand. So I actually underpriced it, and now it's going to San Diego. So one car of this bunch I'm making money on, making about $3,000, but then there's the X5, which is just a life ruiner. You should never ever buy one of these. And even though this is one of the most beautiful SUVs ever made, I think, and a great driving car when they work, they are just, well, they're not worth owning. This thing, initially a $3,000 estimate to fix things, then we noticed it had some smoking and some other motor problems. So this is just a bottomless pit, and I have sold it. I paid $7,500 for it, sold it for $4,500. So all the money I made there is going into a hit on this thing, 113,000 miles, and it is mechanically totaled. Suspension issues, other issues, which it really is a shame because this, well, it's not the M. The X5M didn't exist yet, but the IS was basically an MX5 in everything but the name, the wheels, the fender flares. You can see they made these little plastic wide fender flares, and the interior, which it's locked. It's a very, very nice car. So BMW, a great brand, a brand that has changed a lot in the last 20 years. People celebrate this lineup more than anything else, and I'm really happy that I was able to put it together and save a few of these cars from the brink and kick some others to the curb. I mean, just looking at these cars, it just takes you back to a much simpler, more fun time in motorsports. And of course, we are in a great era when it comes to cars and performance and all that stuff, but BMWs, they're just not simple enthusiast cars anymore, with a few exceptions. Nothing that BMW really does anymore is, well, quite like this. They're very focused on technology and the glitz and kind of gimmicks, and not really making a pure enthusiast driving machine, which is what these are. So now we're going to take them all out together in formation for a last spin. Then they all go off to their homes, different places, except for the Z8, which is sticking around with me, continue making the lease payments. But I have all my friends that are YouTubers, with the exception of one, a dentist, inside, and we will divvy up the keys and go for a ride. All right, this is the world's worst key party right here, something I never ever wanted to do with these men, but here we go. So I have to disqualify 2 of you because we need to film this occasion, and unfortunately, Tyler Potter, you brought your truck, so we're gonna DQ you, and well, 100% Jake, you're the cameraman, so DQ'd. Sorry, neighbor Tyler Potter. So that leaves 6 of us and 6 sets of keys.
I'm ready.
All right, Johnny. Oh, you got the M5 there, which still has your tape job, as you can see. It should be glued all together by now.
Should be dried, yes. So let's.
Okay, very good, Elliot. Oh, okay, it came apart on you.
Great.
That's the X5. You're gonna have to take the L there.
Oh, perfect. Oh, it's a good car.
Yeah, you can donate some tape over. That'd be good.
Oh yeah, give me some.
Perfect. A little bit of an L there. So Nolan, the dentist, the only non-YouTuber here, which is great.
I could start one.
Johnny took your car, so here, pick a key, any key. You're getting, oh, it's a mess. All right. Okay, you're getting the shorty. You're getting the shorty sporty, the 740i Sports. Very, very good.
Good choice. Let's go.
All right. We're getting low here. Last 3 keys.
Man, are you being suggestive with this?
No, not at all. Oh, that's the Z8.
Yeah.
Give me that back.
No.
Give me that back.
See ya.
No.
See ya.
All right, John Ross.
I want this one.
The M3.
Oh, perfect.
So I get the Z3. Wonderful.
Tall guy in a little car.
Well, I guess I'll lead the pack with the smallest car, shall we?
Oh yeah, look at this. This is awesome.
Nothing's like it was before. Oh.
Yeah, that works. Hey Bob! The dream team assembled. Yeah, Bob definitely wins in this thing. What a beautiful lineup of cars. I mean, just look at this. And even in, well, the second crappiest car, the Z3, I'm still happy. This is a great machine. They're all, you know, very nice machines, with the exception of the X5 that hasn't aged very well, but it was a great car in its day. Now I just need to do one last drive before these cars go their separate ways, with the exception of the Z8, and the financial burden is off of me. It feels so cool.
I don't know how everything went south. We're just so different now. I wanna go high, just wanna go high. But you keep pulling me. I don't got time to be thinking about things we can't figure out. Maybe I'm better without you and your dirty mouth. I don't know how everything went south. We're just so different now. I wanna go high, just wanna go high. But you keep pulling me.
As expected, but I think we got some decent shot. Jake, thank you for risking your life and limb there. Is that all the keys? No, I don't want the TRX again.
Oh, you don't?
He did loan it to me once. It was a nice truck. All right, yeah. No, Bob, that's what I'm missing. Yes, where's the Z8 keys? Here. Come on. Thank you very much, Jake. Thank you for being the cameraman. I'm sure you want to go rip this thing. Go make a video. Have fun with it. All right, go do a thing. Dang it. Okay.
I just fixed that
You just fixed that key. Yes, this one.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Check, please. Enjoy your M5.
With that hand.
Oh yeah, he's a dentist and he can't do it. Yes. Ninja, thank you so much for getting these cars ready. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.
He has a YouTube channel, Car Ninja. Well, everybody. Do you have a dentist YouTube channel?
I should start one.
You should. Everybody else has YouTube channels. Watch the Go. Your Nation, Bob. 100%. Eurasian Bob. Ellie Dallas. This is. I don't have any friends that are not one. Except, yeah.
Me. Close enough.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much for watching.